Hello everyone, Stephanie here from Pure Natural Newborn, and I'm hopping on today to answer a question that I've been getting a lot recently, which is, when is the best time to book your newborn session? Well, there's actually two sides to this answer. The first one being, the best time to actually book your session is before baby arrives. So you have a few weeks to plan, if not a few months, around everything to make sure that if you wanted some custom props, we have time to make them or order them. And if there's a certain item that we don't have that you'd love to incorporate, that you need to get from family members, etc., that we have time to get all that in. And it makes sure that we can fit you into our guaranteed schedule. The way that works is when you book before baby arrives, I only accept a certain amount of due dates per week or per month, and I make sure that any of those clients, I can absolutely fit them into my schedule within the preferred time frame of doing the session, which we'll answer in just a minute. And that if for whatever reason all of my monthly babies arrived in the same week, I would be able to devote the same attention and effort to each client and make sure that they all get into the studio during that specific time frame, which is the preferred, ideal, recommended, suggested, it's not set in stone time frame, is the first 5 to 10 days. And the reasons because of this are babies used to being smushed in mom's belly, and they haven't quite realized that they can stretch out their arms yet, and they have a lot more room to work with, and their bones haven't started to calcify yet. So they're a lot more comfortable, they're less self-aware, and they're a lot more able to get into those squishy poses while they sleep with less disturbing them. That being said, I will never turn away a baby because they are too old. That is not a thing. And while poses and expressions on their face might be a little bit different the older they are, there's no such thing as too old for a baby session. Once they hit the 6-week mark, it becomes a little bit more difficult to get them into the really squishy poses, but we can absolutely use strategic angles and wrapping to really make it into, seeming like a newborn session. I've successfully posed babies up to 9 weeks new, like a newborn, on the poser and in mom and dad's arms. It's just a little bit more challenging. And any professional photographer will take the time to at least attempt certain poses. Of course, we all go by baby's cues. If they're not comfortable, then we change the pose and we go from there. So, to give you a recap of that answer, the best time to actually book your session is before baby arrives to get your guaranteed availability on our schedule. And the best time to actually have the session are in the first few weeks. If you want to wait until the umbilical cord clip is off, which is usually around the 2 to 3 week mark, we can do that. And I like it because baby has a little bit more chub and, baby rolls, who doesn't love that? But it might be a little bit more difficult to pose them, so we may end up spending a little bit more time doing that, or there might be a little bit less variety in the different poses that baby is able and wanting to do. But either way, we will get gorgeous, beautiful, adorable pictures of your baby, and I am happy to spend the time to make sure that you get those beautiful heirloom portraits to be able to display in your home or share with friends and family. So if you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer them. You can send me an email at info@purenaturalnewborn.com, or you can go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will be sure to either give you a straight up answer or send you to an article that I've previously written or video that I've recorded that has that specific answer for you. And if not, we can always schedule a phone call or a studio visit and we can go over all of your questions. Thank you for joining me.